Danny, I keep it.
Keith, take a seat.
Thank you. This is the age of the internet, Detective. You can run a business from anywhere.
There's a lot of money involved here, no matter what they say.
You call that a lot of money?
What sort of business are you in?
I'm a developer. Negotiator?
I reckon I smell the crook. Sit down.
Why not? I enjoy talking to you. Makes me feel my life hasn't been wasted.
This man is a crook. If he thinks he can come into my town and bring his big city crime with him, he's got another thing coming.
Penalty, you're too close. You've got to be 3 feet away, Paul. Since when?
What are you talking about? That's netball rules again.
I'm the ref. What the ref says goes.
Tell me something. Why are you the basketball coach when you haven't even read the rule book?
I read the book, all right.
Must have been the wrong book.
Well, what do you know about
I
basketball?
don't know anything about basketball. I know about soccer. Right, let's play soccer.
Come on, can we just get back on with it?
Come on, boys. Let's go. Set up a goal.
Look what you've done now, Peroni. Paul, come back. I promise we'll get back to basketball in just a minute, mate. I
You're on my
promise.
team, all right? Let's
you
go.
are such a tosser, Peroni.
Oh! Go, back. Yep. Montella prende il pallone. L'area, heavy. Tira! Goal! Yeah!
We're almost sure.
Forte vantaggio la Roma! Montella grandissimo davanti alla Roma al 20° minuto. Gol! Roma 1, Juventus 0. You're on my team. You're a good player.
It's good stuff. Worth every cent. If you want more, let me know.
What are you doing? Oi, stop! Don't even think about it. Spit that out. Now. Now, Paul! Are you selling drugs?
No.
You are a bloody idiot. And you are under arrest. It's a blue light basketball team run by cops. How'd you think you'd not get sprung?
Paul's dad's here.
Mr. Merritt?
Stupid little boy.
Hey!
Let him go. I told you over and over again.
Sit down. Calm down.
I'm not taking drugs. I wouldn't do that.
No, you just sell drugs.
It was just this once. I needed the money.
What the hell do you need money for?
Told you. There's this new mobile phone that I was
Oh,
after.
for Christ's sake.
You weren't such a tight ass.
You
All
watch
right,
your mouth, boy.
let's calm down, okay? Paul, what is this? What, speed? Heroin?
Tell him. Tell him!
Where'd you get it? Who's your supplier?
I found it in the street.
I found it in the street.
Maybe it's true.
Do we know what drug we're dealing with?
No, I've sent it off to forensics for examination.
How long is that going to take?
They should be back by tomorrow.
Oh, where's the offender?
Well, we cautioned him and we've released him.
You what?
Well, it was the first offence. I didn't really have much choice.
Good
boss.
work, Sergeant. You've let a dealer go without getting the name of your supplier.
Oh,
Well-
call Paul a dealer, boss.
You wouldn't give up the supplier.
We tried anyway.
Not hard enough. Do we have any spot test kits?
Not as such. They're on order.
Typical. Let's hope the CI department's a bit more efficient.
Definitely heroin.
Danny O'Keefe.
I would have thought he was more into designer drugs myself. Maybe there's a link between this kid and O'Keefe.
There's been a drought. O'Keefe turns up in town, suddenly heroin reappears.
You think he's distributing himself?
Nah, he wouldn't get his hands dirty.
And he must be selling to local dealers.
O'Keefe.
Yeah.
Never heard of him. Can I have this anyway?
Come on, Bertie. Danny O'Keefe. Big mansion, fancy dresser.
Okay, I've heard of him.
Yeah? And?
It's not worth me while to dob him in for that much.
Oh, so there's something to dob him in for.
I didn't say that.
Bertie, someone is supplying heroin to school kids.
Kids? That's rough.
The magistrate isn't going to look favourably on anybody that fails to help us get heroin out of the schoolyard. Okay. Why don't I put you in the patrol car, whack on the siren and drive you straight past Danny O'Keefe's place? You wouldn't mind being seen talking to the coppers, would you, Bertie?
Fair go.
So you do know him?
Can we just keep this between the two of us?
Absolutely.
All I know is that a bootload of smack coming to town last week.
And Danny took delivery?
Well, no one knows for sure.
Well, what's the word?
Allegedly.
It's not enough to get a warrant.
But we do know we're on the right track. Time we paid Mr O'Keefe a little visit.
What's the point if we can't search?
I understand he has a licensed firearm on the premises. Time we conducted a little storage inspection.
I suppose I should be flattered that you're taking such an interest in my personal safety.
All part of the service.
You just have the one firearm?
That's all I need to pursue my hobby as a pistol shooter.
How many safes do you have?
Just the two.
One for the firearm and one to keep large sums of money.
I don't keep large sums of money.
Oh, that's right. It was only a small amount that was stolen last week. I must be getting confused.
You must be.
Where's the ammunition?
Like I said, everything's in perfect order. I take my firearm safety very seriously.
If only our law-abiding citizens were that careful.
You're not suggesting that I'm not law-abiding, are you?
If I were to find any evidence that you were breaking the law, say, supplying heroin to teenagers, I wouldn't beat around the bush.
Yes, but don't hold back. If that's it, I've got things to do.
Thanks for your assistance, Mr O'Keefe.
Oh, please. Call me Danny.
Thank you, Mr O'Keefe. Our goal here is to arrest Danny O'Keefe.
For any crime in particular?
Any legitimate offence.
See, jaywalking's always been something that's irked me. He so much as steps over that line, he's going down.
Yeah, look, I'm not entirely sure this is kosher, boss. It's a strategy.
If he so much as rides a push bike without a helmet, I want him run through the book.
Can we ask why?
There's a good chance he supplied the drugs to your blue light boy.
Probably. Is there any evidence of a direct link?
There will be.
I'm sorry, I don't get this. How does arresting Danny O'Keefe for jaywalking firm up a drug case against him?
If we keep him under pressure, he's likely to slip up. They didn't get Al Capone for murder, you know. They got him for income tax evasion. Now get on with it.
All right, you heard the boss.
It's not my fault if the kids preferred soccer to basketball, is it?
Oh, they fed off his self-indulgence.
It's better than expecting them to learn a game you know nothing about.
You don't know anything about basketball either.
That's my point.
What's your point?
My point is that we should change a blue light basketball team to a soccer team.
Nah, no way. Nah.
Why not?
You don't have enough players for a soccer team.
That's right. See, we've got, say, 8 players and you need 18 for a soccer team.
11, actually.
See the kind of ignorance I have to put up with?
Hey, whose side are you on anyway?
His. Soccer's a grouse game.
Grouse?
What are you doing?
Ringing my brother. He's been selected to play for Empoli. That's in Italy, by the way.
I know where Empoli is.
Hey, Tone. Listen, do you want to come up and see your big brother in Mount Thomas? I'm setting up a soccer clinic.
A soccer clinic. Like anyone is going to want that.
Here's some more kids.
Okay, but I still say soccer's a wanker's game.
See, I told you they'd turn up. My brother's a bit of a star, you know.
Yeah, well, then he's just a bigger wanker.
Here he is. Nice car, eh?
What's he compensating for?
Ah, bello!
Sorry, I've got to be lost. So you asked the master to come show you how it's done,
Non ti preoccupare che tanto ti metto in panchina, sai? Sì. Oh, attento, via, imbecille, i capelli, lo sai?
Yeah, it's fine.
Kelly, Tony, Kelly.
Hey, it's nice to meet you.
Same.
All right, let's go.
We really, really appreciate you giving up your time for the kids.
That's my pleasure.
Hey, come on.
So when are you heading off to Empoli?
Not for a while. I thought I might spend a bit of time in Mount Thomas.
That'd be great. Can't wait to see you play. These kids are so lucky to get tips from an international player.
It's not international.
How is Empoli in Italy not international?
Yeah, but he's not in the big league or anything.
Whoa. Sour grapes.
What are you talking about? I'm very proud of him.
Well, then what's your problem?
Kel, look, he's my brother. Of course I love him. He's just...
He's what? He's better looking and more talented than you.
There's a couple with real potential.
So you think we can build a decent team?
Definitely.
Wow. If I'm going to help run the team, you better give me some pointers.
Oh, I can do that.
I'd be happy to.
Just get these forms off to the kids, eh?
Hey. Hey. Hands off, all right?
Jealousy's a curse, big brother.
helping us out today. Not many professional players would give up their time and expertise for a country team. Come on, let's give them a clap.
Thanks, guys. Thanks.
All right, boys, so training's on again tomorrow, same time, same place, all right?
Is that when we get our uniforms and stuff?
Nah, mate, there's no money in the kitty for that. Just wear what you got on.
But we need proper boots.
Mate, runners are fine for the level you're playing at.
Yeah, that's right. The whole point of Blue Light Sport is just to get together and have a bit of fun.
We don't need all the gear to be a team, all right?
Yeah, okay.
Okay, so I'll see you tomorrow. Don't be late. Off you go.
Hey, has anyone seen Paul?
I think he went to the dunny.
Thanks.
It wouldn't be that stupid to do it again.
Yeah, you better not. Mr. O'Keefe.
Constable O'Rourke, isn't it?
What was that about?
What was what about?
The nature of your conversation with Paul Merritt.
Is it?
You can either answer my questions here or down at the station.
I'm sorry, have I missed something here?
Get out of the car.
I'm sorry?
Out of the car.
I really don't have time for this.
Get out of the car or I'll arrest you for obstructing police.
See ya.
Stop!
Hey! What are you doing?
I'm arresting him. Obstructing police and conduct endangering life. Get out of the car now.
Danny O'Keefe. Boss, what are you doing here?
Well, that's what I'd like to know. I've been wrongfully arrested by these children and they know it.
Oh, do we?
Mr. O'Keefe.
Senior Sergeant Croydon, perhaps you can help me. Some of your troops have been a little overzealous.
Constables?
I saw Mr. O'Keefe talking to Paul Merritt.
I don't even know who
If you
Paul-
wouldn't
I don't-
mind letting her finish.
Well, he refused to answer my questions and then attempted to run me down with his vehicle.
Don't be ridiculous. He
We'll
was
get
there.
this sorted out, Mr. O'Keefe. Constable Peroni will show you through to the interview.
I've got an appointment. I don't
We
have-
won't take up much of your time.
This way.
He attempted to run you down.
Might have been a bit of an exaggeration.
How much of an exaggeration?
Well, his car touched me when I went to stop him, but he was evasive where Paul Merritt was concerned.
Good work, Constable.
She jumped out in front of my car as I was leaving.
We accept that, and we acknowledge there may have been some sort of misunderstanding. However, the fact remains you did obstruct a police inquiry.
Well, I didn't know what she was talking about.
Do you deny conversing with Paul Merritt outside the sports ground?
Well, look, if that's the name of the boy I was talking to, then no, I don't deny it, but I've never seen him before.
Why didn't you just say that to Constable O'Rourke?
Because I was offended by her manner. It's a little childish, I suppose.
Well, now that we're all being adults, how about you tell us what business you did have with Paul Merritt?
Why? Is he in some sort of trouble?
We'd appreciate it if you'd just answer the question.
Even though I don't have to.
No, I don't suppose you do. But then we'd be forced to wonder why not.
I was asking him where Butch was. I went to pick Butch up after his soccer clinic.
As innocent as that?
Yeah, why don't you ask him?
Oh, we will.
Well, can I go to my appointment now?
Certainly, just as soon as we follow this up.
Paul Merritt confirms that Danny was looking for his son.
Well, they may have realised that O'Rourke had seen them and quickly got their story straight.
It's possible, but we have to let him go for now.
As soon as we've tied up a few loose ends.
Now, Thomas, police
Can you
meetings in the Constable
check
outskirts.
Danny O'Keefe's registration details?
Yes, I'll get on Vic Road straight
No,
away.
take your time.
Your address.
Half an hour or so should do it.
Looks like Mr. O'Keefe's going to miss his appointment. Want me to break the good news?
Let me.
Report of a missing schoolgirl, Sarge.
Right,
You and Rainer go and check it out.
you and Rainer, go and check it out.
Someone's grabbed Renee on the way home from school, I know it.
What, is she usually here when you get home from work?
Always. She comes straight home. That was our agreement when we got rid of the babysitter.
Well, how old is she?
12.
What, and she's here by herself?
Look, she's used to this. She gets home at about 4, lets herself in, watches some telly. I'm usually here by 6. I was a little late tonight.
Well, could she be with a friend or her father, perhaps?
Oh, her father's on a business trip overseas. And I rang her best friend, Ali. She hasn't seen her either.
Well, maybe she's just gone to the shops.
I really don't need this right now. She knows I've got a very important report to write tonight.
Okay, well, maybe you could just forget about your work and focus on your daughter for a second.
Excuse me?
Is that her school bag?
Yes.
So she did come home from school today?
I don't understand. She always stays put. She knows she'll be in trouble if she doesn't. Oh, God. Someone's broken into the house and taken her.
Look, I seriously doubt it. There's no sign of disturbance.
Are you going to take this seriously or
Perhaps
not?
you could show us to Renee's bedroom.
Every child's dream room.
Renee likes to spend a lot of time in here.
It's understandable. It's very impressive.
Do you mind if I take a look?
Why?
We need to ascertain if Renee left of her own accord or not.
Look, there's no way she left of her own
Mrs.
accord.
Clark, there seems to be quite a few spare hangers here.
No, my ironing lady put the laundry away last night. Every hanger was taken.
Does Renee have a suitcase or a bag?
She's got a backpack. It's gone.
It seems she's run away, Mrs. Clark.
No, she wouldn't. Why would she? She has everything a girl would want right here.
Maybe having all the latest technology isn't enough.
Just what is your problem, Constable?
Look, all I'm saying is perhaps you're not as close with your daughter as you think you are.
Renee and I are extremely close. Okay, I've been a bit busier than usual lately, but it's not easy being a working parent.
No one's making any judgments.
She is. She's calling me a bad mother when she should be out looking for Renee.
Perhaps your daughter is just trying to do whatever she can to get your attention. Runaways often
She is not a runaway.
I tell you what, why don't you ring around all of Renee's friends, see if anyone knows where she's gone.
I don't know.
The chances are she'll probably be home before dark. And if she's not home later, you can give us a call, okay?
Why have a kid if you're going to ignore them?
Easy, Tiger.
Look, this girl comes home to an empty house every day. No wonder she's done a runner.
I'll tell you what, let's rest the month of bad parenting.
You can mock me, but this woman is selfish.
You can tell that straight away.
Yeah, first impressions are usually right.
I'm scared to ask what your first impressions of me were.
You should be.
Hey, has that kid turned up yet? Not yet. I've checked all the trains and buses, so if she's gone, she's long gone.
Any flirting going on?
Flirting?
Check it out.
You didn't mention she was gorgeous.
Can't see it myself.
And then I'm going to ask her out.
Oh, forget it, she's not your type.
And she's blonde and female. Of course she's my type.
You don't know her like I do, believe me. She's a giant pain in the butt.
No, as long as I get a piece of that butt, I don't care.
She's not going to fall for your act, mate.
And not before I nail her.
She's not that kind of girl. You're not going to get that far.
You want to make a bet?
Are you serious?
$100 worth of serious.
Mr. O'Keefe.
Got a minute?
Look, if this is about the arrest today, any complaint should be made at the station.
I'm here as a father.
What do you mean?
Well, this soccer team's brought something out in Butch I'd never seen before. He spends all night kicking a ball around the backyard.
My brother reckons he's got real talent.
And I want to capitalise on that.
That's good.
I want to buy him the best boots, the best gear available.
I don't know if that would be right for the other kids who can't afford it.
That's what Butch said. That's why I bought this. Will that be enough to fit out the entire team?
You're kidding.
Is this a private conversation?
Well, that depends. You going to arrest me again?
Are you going to give me cause? What's that?
Mr. O'Keefe has just given me a cheque for $5,000.
It's a donation to the Blue Light soccer team.
Sorry, we can't accept that.
Well, it's a gesture of goodwill, that's all.
For which we're grateful.
Joss.
But, maybe you should just drop it off at the station tomorrow so we can give you a receipt or something.
Whatever you think. I wouldn't want there to be any misunderstandings.
There's no ulterior motive. He just wants to help his son.
Oh, you're such a sucker. Have you ever heard of ethics?
Yeah? What was unethical about that?
You want a list, mate? I'd have saved your ass.
I'm not going to be making these all night.
Thought you might like to try one of my favourite cocktails.
You bought it for me?
Yeah, they're all the go in Italy at the moment. Thought you might like it.
Thanks.
What chance?
It's delicious.
What did I tell you?
Carmen Miranda lost her hat.
Who?
What is that called?
Apri gambe garantito.
Yeah.
You're kidding. Guaranteed leg opener?
It never fails.
He was so convinced she was a runaway.
Oh, Mrs. Clark, has Renee turned up?
No, she hasn't. So I did what you should have done and searched a computer where I found these. She's made friends with some pervert on the internet.
Spunk bubble.
He's going to hurt her. I know he is. I hope you're pleased with yourself.
Has Renee said anything to you that might indicate who this spunk bubble is or where he lives?
No, I had no idea about any of this.
Well, there's nothing sexually explicit in the email.
She's 12 years old, for God's sake. Why else would he be making friends with her?
Well, she seems to have confided in this man. She says spunk bubble is her knight in shining armour. You're the only one who understands me.
Internet predators aim to earn a young girl's trust.
And then they lure them away.
Well, we don't know that that's what's happened yet.
But if he has, what happens next?
Well, you mentioned that Renee had a best friend.
Ali. Ali Shaw.
I don't know anything.
Did Renee mention that she was meeting someone after school today?
No.
Sorry, I need to change him.
Ali, Renee's been communicating with this internet friend for 3 months. Are you sure she didn't mention anything?
I'm sure.
I thought Renee was your best friend.
She is.
And she never mentioned spunk bubble?
No.
Ali, if you know anything...
I've told you I don't.
So you have no idea who this man is?
There has been this weird guy in our school lately.
Can you describe him?
I don't know, just some guy.
Is he a grown-up?
Yeah. They all look the same.
Please, Ali, concentrate.
I'd like to help.
It won't take much longer. Just make sure you look at every single photo.
I'm too old. That's him. He's the one at the school.
Mount Thomas 200 to Mount Thomas 900.
Mount Thomas 900, go ahead, Ali.
The suspect isn't home.
Well, any idea where he's gone?
The neighbours haven't seen him today.
Well, you should stay outside his place in case he comes home.
Will do.
Susie's on her way to join you now.
You could have at least taken me to the drive-in. Are you always this wound up?
I'm not wound up.
Oh, did I say wound up? Sorry, slip of the tongue. I meant dedicated, driven.
I'm going to find this girl.
I can see that. So, how do you want to do this? Should we take turns on the lookout while the other one gets some kit?
I'm not sleeping.
Susie, you're not going to be any help to anyone if you're walking around like a zombie tomorrow.
You know, I'm fine. Really, I'm fine.
Looks pretty comfy back there.
You can stretch out. I'll let you know if Morley turns up.
No. It's awfully lonely back there. Plenty of room for two.
Are you serious?
Well, that depends. Do you want me to be serious?
I can't think about this right now.
Of course. But then you would tell me if you wanted me to stop.
I don't know you well enough to know if I want you to start.
Fair enough. Fair enough. Well, maybe you don't always act on your first impressions after all.
Anything?
No sign of Morley last night or this morning.
You stayed out there all night. Yeah, it wasn't the sitting around that did my neck. Must have been the sex.
We must have enough to get a warrant.
Oh, I'm afraid the magistrate doesn't agree.
Is there any word from computer crime?
Yeah, they're probably still asleep, but don't worry. I'll get back to us with the provided
Mount
details
Thomas
as
Police,
soon as they
Constable
can.
Just kick his door in and seize the computer.
Yeah, we know him.
You okay?
Right, how long ago?
You should go home. Get some sleep.
Yeah, is he there now?
No, I should go back on patrol, Sarge.
Okay.
Yep, off you
thanks.
shoot.
I'll send someone down. That was the hospital. They've got an assault victim, a Bernard Edwards.
You fell over?
Yep.
How many times? This is about you talking to me yesterday, isn't it?
No.
Danny O'Keefe found out that you squealed, and this is his way of teaching you a lesson.
Look, I've never even seen the guy.
You're one of his boys, then.
Listen, I didn't call. I'm not making a complaint. I fell over.
Yeah, well, whoever pushed you must be pretty worried about what you know.
Yeah, well, leave it alone. It's a private matter.
Yeah, here you are talking to the coppers. You better pray they don't find out.
I'll take me chances.
Bertie, look, if you talk to me, I can offer you some kind of protection.
I've got nothing to say.
I'll get it. What are you doing here?
Can't I just drop in? Whatever happened to brotherly love?
All right, you're here to see me, are you?
Oh, I thought I might have a little chinwag with Kelly if she's in.
Well, no, she's not. She's on patrol.
Yeah? When's she back?
Not for ages.
Pity, I guess I have to work twice as hard tonight then.
Tone, can you just give up?
But we got a bet.
The bet. All right, how much was it? $100? I'll give you $100.
Hey, where's the fun in this?
Hey, Tony.
Hello. Oh, Joss was just saying that you might want to give me a little tour of the station, as if you got time.
Yeah, sure.
I hope this doesn't put you out. Like, you don't have to go on patrol or anything.
No, that's fine.
So, this is where you lock up the bad guys.
Yeah, if we have to.
Nice, private little spot.
Yeah, I guess.
Hey, I was wondering if... No. Well, this is stupid.
What?
That's a bad idea.
I'll be the judge of that.
Well, I thought you might want to go out and get a bite to eat tonight.
You and me?
Oh, we can invite Joss as well, but no one's going to have a good time.
Yeah, I'd love to.
Yeah?
Yeah, where do you want to go?
Well, thanks for the tour.
No problem.
Door's that way.
See you, everyone.
See ya.
See you.
Oh, so now we know who got the good looks in the Peroni, Gene Paul.
Mount Thomas 900 receiving.
We're in pursuit of a vehicle registered to Todd Morley.
Where is she? Bubble!
Hey, where's who? I don't understand.
Look, several witnesses have seen you hanging around the high school.
Yeah, I was there. I never denied that.
What were you doing?
I was waiting for someone.
Yeah, her name wouldn't be Renee by any chance.
What, you don't mean that missing girl in the news? You don't think I I would never do
Look,
that.
you were seen following her home just prior to her disappearance.
Following her? No, who said that?
That is none of your business.
Look, I swear I don't know anything about this girl. Look, this is a mistake. I'm not into school, girls.
And what were you doing at the school?
I told you I was waiting for someone.
Who? Waiting for who?
Jenny Sullivan. She's a teacher there. Look, I like her, okay? I mean, she's beautiful. So I go to the school. I like to be there when the last bell rings. Ask her if you want. Ask Jenny. She'll remember. We had a really nice chat.
They had a very cosy chat in which she threatened to call the cops if he didn't stop bugging her.
See, the guy's a stalker. She flicks him and he goes after Renee.
She also reckons that he followed her home anyway, then stood outside her house all night.
Yeah, but why didn't she call us?
She said he's basically harmless.
All right, well, look, we've got nothing. We're going to have to cut Mr. Morley loose, I'm afraid.
Sarge, we cannot let this creep go.
We have no choice. Explain the stalking laws, put the fear of God into him, and let him go.
Can we at least wait until computer crime get back to us?
No, we can't, I'm afraid. Alex, do the honours, will you?
Doing business with you.
Thank you. What's this?
Oh, nothing.
Oh, nothing.
Mr. O'Keefe just made a donation to the Blue Light soccer team.
$5,000. What are you trying to prove?
It's a donation. For a very good cause.
The Danny O'Keefe cause.
Boss, I think Mr. O'Keefe is just being generous.
Thank you, Peroni. I'll handle this. Leave the cheque. Now about your donation. Got time for a chat? Or do you have another appointment? Perhaps I haven't made myself clear. I'm not having a standover man and drug dealer plying his trade in this town.
Do you have any evidence to support your allegations?
Well, we know you supplied drugs to Bertie Edwards.
Who?
And we know that you had him assaulted.
Why would I do that?
Put the fear of God into him.
I'm flattered that you think I've got that much power. Why would I do this again, sorry?
Because Bertie sold smack to a kid, Paul Merritt.
Do you think I'd really do any sort of business with anyone that calls themselves Bertie?
We know you did.
But I didn't. Despite what your little birdie says.
It's not saying a lot right now.
That's a very sensible policy.
We'll find your hired thug, do him over, and he'll lead us right back to you.
You search all you want. There's nothing to find. Are we done? You know, I can't say I'm really enjoying these little chats at the house, Senior Sergeant.
You can always leave town.
If you find any evidence, you know where I live.
We'll find it. Senior Detective Fox will make sure of that.
Okay, that's where Bertie was picked up by the ambulance, so chances are this is probably where he was beaten up. We'll search while you guys door knock, okay?
No worries.
Hey, the boss is very keen for us to get a result on this, yeah?
Where do we start?
Up here. Listen, do Italians like eating in Italian restaurants, or is it always like a disappointment?
Sorry?
Tony asked me to pick somewhere for dinner.
He asked you out?
Uh-huh.
And you said yes?
No, that's why I've got a date for dinner. And then...
So you just buy a girl a drink and she's yours, eh?
What is up with you? Why do you care if I go out with him or not?
He's not your type, trust me.
Joss, he's motivated, he's ambitious, he's successful, and not to mention he's a hottie. Yeah, I can totally see why he's not my type.
Guess what the name of that cocktail is in English?
I don't know, what?
Just cover for me.
Why?
I've got to do something.
It's over 100?
Yeah.
Okay. I'll call off the bet.
Good.
I'm still gonna nail her, though.
Tone, look, I work with this girl, all right? She's a mate of mine.
So?
So, the moment she works out that you only wanted her for one thing, I'll cop the flack.
That's life.
All right. I'll tell her about the bet.
Oh, the one that you shook on. Listen, bro, you know better than I am. But if you want to dig your own grave, go right ahead.
Okay. Well, great work, Kelly.
Hey?
Oh, you're back.
Where you been? What great work?
Kelly found a witness who saw Bertie's attacker driving away.
Did you get the rego?
Partial should do us.
And if that car leads us to O'Keefe, the boss is going to be pretty happy.
It's your lucky day.
And lucky or not.
Your car was spotted leaving the scene of an assault this morning. Victim's name was Bertie Edwards. You know him?
No.
Fists had a bit of a workout.
Mate, I'm not a violent man.
So you've got prize for drug possession and trafficking, Mr. Merritt.
That was a long time ago. I'm clean now. I don't use this stuff. I hate it. It's ruined my life.
Right, so when Paul got involved, you decided to take action?
I won't let Paul make the same mistakes I did. I won't let that Bertie idiot lead him down that path.
Well, what makes you think that Bertie sold him the heroin?
Paul told me.
How'd you manage to get that out of him?
I bought him the mobile phone he wanted.
Well, is there any way that Paul could be lying about that?
Why would he?
I don't know, maybe he was protecting someone else, someone more intimidating.
Where my son and Smack are concerned, Detective, no one is more intimidating than me.
And there's no chance he's lying to protect O'Keefe.
Boss, maybe we've been looking at this the wrong way.
O'Keefe is up to something.
Yeah, I agree, but not this something.
You might be happy to sit back and let things fall into your lap, but I'm not.
Boss?
How was Evan Lee?
20 detectives in a conference room? More cheap suits than a Taiwanese tailor. So what did I miss?
How long have you got?
Got me Danny, son. We're both on the same page, you and me.
Page is that?
Well, we both want the best for the kids.
Yeah, but the big guns have a certain position on this.
Yeah, look, I understand you can't accept my money. But who's to say this came from Danny O'Keefe? Could be a anonymous gift.
Well, look, perhaps if it was anonymously left at the soccer field.
I still in business with you.
Please, I have to talk to Constable Rayner.
Your daughter is safe and happy, don't worry.
This is all my fault. I was so sure she was a runaway.
Yeah, you might still be right.
We have a kidnap letter.
Yeah, we also have a number of things that don't fit in with the kidnap scenario.
Such as?
Well, Renee arrived home from school, and there was no sign of a break-in.
Yeah, because she arranged to meet him.
But there's no mention of a meeting in the chat room correspondence.
Well, then they spoke on the phone.
I've read all the chat. Renee and Spunk Bubble never exchanged phone numbers.
Well, we know they've been in contact because he's got her.
I'm not so sure about that. I mean, why would the kidnapper say, don't worry? And why mention that Renee is safe and happy?
There's no demand for money.
And another thing, what self-respecting kidnapper uses glitter glue?
Renee faked her own disappearance.
Well, I think first impressions are right after all.
No, I don't buy it.
You're just not the kind of girl that can take yes for an answer, are you?
It can't be this simple.
I think Ali's her email buddy.
What, Spunk Bubble? Ali's the knight in shining armour.
Well, why not? It's just kids mucking around.
I think I see the Mount Thomas 208.
208 receiving.
Yeah, thought you might be interested. The address you're attending has just put through a 000 call to the CFA.
Received VKC, ETA, a couple of minutes.
I told her not to light the candles in the room. Listen, Ali, if Renee's in there, darling, tell me. She can't.
Susie, wait!
Renee!
Suze!
Ambulance?
Yeah, I've
Sit up, that's it.
Mount Thomas 208 to VKC.
Go ahead, 208.
Ambulance required at last.
What's the situation, 208?
Got a young female, conscious, breathing, smoke inhalation.
Come on to the now, 208.
Doctor says she'll be fine to go home in a couple of hours. I thought I'd lost her. Renee, we just need to talk to you about the fire.
It was an accident. Ali just lit some candles.
What did you think you were doing in there in the first place?
Mrs. Clark, if you wouldn't mind, I need
Ali
to...
and I were gonna live there.
In a bungalow?
Why not?
There's no one to look after you.
No one looks after me now. Look after myself.
Your mum's been worried sick about you.
Her work is all she cares about.
I'm sure that's not true.
I want to live with Ali. She's always there when I need her. She listens to me.
Is this about the babysitter? We talked about this. You said you didn't need her.
I needed you. But you were never there.
now. I'm here.
We'll leave you to it.
Oh, I thought you was a selfish bitch.
I'm allowed to change my mind.
Oh, then maybe you're ready to re-examine your first impressions of me.
Maybe my first impression was right on the money.
You should at least get to know me before you make up your mind.
How would I do that?
Here at the pub.
Aren't you having a drink with Jonesy?
I might be holding out for a better offer.
I might be too.
Can't argue with that.
Suze?
Yeah.
Do you know any good Italian restaurants?
Italian? Shouldn't you ask Joss?
Yeah, I don't need an hour-long lecture on authentic Italian cuisine.
Well, Angelo's is pretty good. The veal scallopini to die for.
Thank you.
Who's having veal scallopini?
Kelly. She's making a booking at Angelo's.
Angelo's. Hey, Amy, didn't I see PJ come back a while ago?
Yeah, he did, but he had to go straight back out again. He said something important came up.
This car is worth more than you'd earn in 2 years on your miserable copper's salary.
very nice
I will
man.
have you for
Sorry
this
to see you.
Croydon.
All right,
What's going on here? I caught the senior sergeant conducting an illegal search of my car.
I just happened to be passing. I noticed the window was smashed. I was trying to find some ID so I could inform the driver.
You knew it was my car.
How would I?
You smashed the window yourself. You were going to plant something, weren't you?
That is a very serious allegation, Mr. O'Keefe.
This man has gone outside the law to try and find something to use against me.
Are you admitting there is something to find?
This is harassment.
Would you like to make an official complaint, press charges? We all know you've got plenty to hide.
Mr. O'Keefe, do you want to take this any further?
Forget it. I wouldn't give him the satisfaction.
Did you find anything?
I don't need a lecture, PJ.
Hey, guys, have you seen Kelly and my brother?
Looking a little frazzled there, Joss.
Have you seen him or what?
He's a good-looking guy.
Come on, have you seen him?
They were having a drink before.
They were supposed to be at Angelo's having dinner, but they didn't turn up.
So what? You stalking them now?
Jonesy, did you see where they went?
No, they were having cocktails. No, Empoli's actually the name of the team as well.
Right. Yeah, I knew that.
Get out.
Joss, you can't just barge in here.
Well, you're wrong about him, all right? He's not perfect. He's far from it.
You are so insecure, it's pathetic. Get out!
You know what? Congratulations, mate. You win the bet.
What bet?
Hey, you've got a lot to learn about loyalty. Talk to me about loyalty, mate. I am loyal, all right? But not when you act like this.
You're on your own with the soccer team, buddy.
Hey, Tony.
Hey, sweetie.
One for the road. Oh, and Joss, you ever make a bet like that again and I'm going to do some soccer practice of my own with your balls.
Danny O'Keefe.
O'Keefe, take a seat.
Thank you. This is the age of the internet, detective. You can run a business from anywhere.
There's a lot of money involved here, no matter what they say.
You call that a lot of money?
What sort of business are you in?
I'm a developer. Negotiator?
I reckon I smell the crook. Sit down.
Why not? I enjoy talking to you. Makes me feel my life hasn't been wasted.
This man is a crook. If he thinks he can come into my town and bring his big city crime with him, he's got another thing coming.
Penalty, you're too close. You've got to be 3 feet away, Paul. Since when?
What are you talking about? That's netball rules again.
I'm the ref. What the ref says goes.
Tell me something. Why are you the basketball coach when you haven't even read the rule book?
I read the book, all right.
Must have been the wrong book.
Well, what do you know about basketball?
I don't know anything about basketball. I know about soccer. Right, let's play soccer.
Come on, can we just get back on with it?
Come on, boys. Let's go. Set up a goal.
Look what you've done now, Peroni. Paul, come back. I promise we'll get back to basketball in just a minute, mate. I
You're
promise.
my team, all right? Let's
you
go.
are such a tosser, Peroni.
Oh! Go, back, yep. Montella prende il pallone. L'area, heavy. Tira! Go! Yeah!
Real mature.
Forte vantaggio alla Roma! Montella grandissimo davanti alla Roma, l'obiettivo sono gol! Roma 1, Juventus 0.
It's good stuff. Worth every cent. If you want more, let me know.
What are you doing? Oi, stop! Don't even think about it. Spit that out. Now. Now, Paul!
Are you selling drugs?
No. You are a bloody idiot. And you are under arrest. It's a blue light basketball team run by cops. How'd you think you'd not get sprung?
Paul's dad's here.
Mr. Merritt?
Stupid little bastard!
Hey,
You know what I told you to do?
let him
I
go.
told you
Let him
over and
go.
over again!
Sit down, calm down.
I'm not taking drugs. I wouldn't do that.
No, you just sell drugs.
It was just this once. I need the money.
What the hell do you need money for?
Told you. There's this new mobile phone that I was
Oh,
after.
for Christ's sake!
You weren't such a tight ass.
You
All
watch
right,
your mouth, boy!
let's calm down, okay? Paul, what is this? What, speed? Heroin?
Tell him. Tell him!
Where'd you get it? Who's your supplier?
I found it in the street.
I found it in the street.
Maybe it's true.
Do we know what drug we're dealing with?
No, I've sent it off to forensics for examination.
How long is that going to take?
It should be back by tomorrow.
Where's the offender?
Well, we cautioned him and we've released him.
You what?
Well, it was the first offence. I didn't really have much choice.
Good
boss.
work, Sergeant. You've let a dealer go without getting the name of your supplier.
Oh, I wouldn't
Well-
call Paul a dealer, boss.
We wouldn't give up the supplier.
We tried anyway.
Not hard enough. Do we have any spot test kits?
Not as such. They're on order.
Typical. Let's hope the CI department's a bit more efficient.
Definitely heroin.
Danny O'Keefe.
I would have thought he was more into designer drugs myself. Maybe there's a link between this kid and O'Keefe.
There's been a drought. O'Keefe turns up in town, suddenly heroin reappears.
You think he's distributing himself?
Nah, he wouldn't get his hands dirty.
And he must be selling to local dealers.
O'Keefe.
Yeah.
Never heard of him. Can I have this anyway?
Come on, Bertie. Danny O'Keefe. Big mansion, fancy dresser.
Okay, I've heard of him.
Yeah. And?
It's not worth me while to dob him in for that much.
Oh, so there's something to dob him in for.